A wise man once said,
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
It is indeed happening, ladies and gentlemen. PlayStation 5 is ready to show more. So if you go to the official PlayStation Twitter right now, you'll find this tweet stating PlayStation 5 Showcase broadcast live this Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And there's a video accompanying this. It's basically a fancy little teaser showing shots of the console and the controller with epic music to really build up the hype. And yeah, basically what it comes down to is that on September 16th at 1 p.m. Pacific, we're going to get more information about the console, and exactly what they're going to reveal at the event was highlighted on this PlayStation blog post published on September 12, 2020. So it reads right here, watch live PlayStation 5 Showcase on Wednesday, September 16th. And then scrolling further down, you'll find the following excerpt. Before PlayStation 5 launches this holiday, we wanted to give you one more look at some of the great games coming to PlayStation 5 at launch and beyond. So this is the last major PlayStation 5 event we'll get before the console launches, and we're going to get a reveal for the launch titles of the console, which is good. This is exactly what we need right now. And the fact that they say and beyond here probably means that beyond the games that are going to be on day one for PlayStation 5, there is that launch window period, usually 3 months after console's launch. We're probably going to see games that will be out within that launch period, and then maybe even a little beyond that. The blog post then adds that our next digital showcase will weigh in at around 40 minutes, so a good amount of showcases, a good amount of games that are going to be shown, and feature updates on the latest titles from worldwide studios and our world-class development partners. So they're confirming we are going to see a lot of first-party games, and them saying world-class development partners probably means some third-party stuff as well. And finally, they highlight once again that on Wednesday, September 16th, 1 p.m. Pacific, on Twitch and YouTube, this event will be streamed. Now, interestingly, there is no mention of release date and price, but I have little doubt that we're absolutely going to get that information at this event. Recall that they never told us that we're going to get a hardware reveal for the console itself on the last PlayStation 5 showcase, where they said we're going to highlight a lot of first-party games, and then they ended up revealing the console. So with this event, I'm 99% sure that while release date and price aren't specifically highlighted by this blog post, we're absolutely going to get that information. I mean, November, which is when this console is rumored to be launched, is just 2 months away. There's no way that they're gonna further delay the announcement for a release date and price. From what I've heard, PlayStation 5 is set to launch a week after Xbox Series S and Series X, so November 17th, whereas the next-gen Xboxes are launching on November 10th. In terms of price, what my speculation is, now that we know Series X is $500, I do not believe PlayStation 5 will go above that. It'll be at most $500. Though I'm thinking that if PlayStation 5 really wants to undercut Series X, they could go for a $450 price point. But then again, with PlayStation 5 allegedly costing almost $450 per unit to manufacture, and with Sony not wanting to lose money on PlayStation 5 sales, I would say that the most likely prospect is that PS5 will match the Series X's $500 price point, but we'll find out in a few days. We'll see which prediction pans out. Now, I'm just talking about the disc drive version. The all-digital version of the PS5, I think, would cost maybe $50 less. So if PS5 ends up costing $500, then the all-digital version would probably be $450. And if the disc drive PS5 is $450, then the discless version would be $400. So that's kind of the range that I'm thinking. As for what games we can expect to be showcased, I'm going to say that Spider-Man Miles Morales will be a big part of that presentation, given that we know the game's coming out holiday 2020, and I'm 99% sure that this game's going to be available on day one alongside PS5's launch. So they're probably going to show a good amount of gameplay for Miles Morales. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is apparently going to come out within the launch window of PlayStation 5, so within 3 months after the console's launch. So maybe they're going to show a bit more of that. Godfall, we know, is a PS5 console exclusive, but it's also coming out on PC on Epic Store, and I surmise that maybe that game's going to be shown a bit more. Now, as for some of the things that I'd love to see that I'm not quite sure if we'll really end up seeing at the showcase, Horizon Forbidden West, this is a 2021 game. I think this game's a little further off. I wouldn't be surprised if this ended up being a mid to late 2021 game, but it'd be nice to see a gameplay tease to show what the game looks like in-engine when actually played. I'd love to see just a little bit of gameplay footage for that. It doesn't have to be a huge showcase per se, given that the game's further off, but just a little teaser would be nice. Gran Turismo 7 might get some kind of gameplay footage. We saw a bit of gameplay footage in the last PlayStation 5 event. I surmise we might see a little more at this showcase. Demon's Souls Remake seems likely to be shown. We saw a trailer during the last PlayStation 5 presentation, and while this game does not have a release window, we don't know exactly when this game will be out. It is a major part of the PlayStation 5 lineup. It's something that a lot of people are hyped for, given how many people have gotten into Souls-likes but were unable to play Demon's Souls because it was a PS3 exclusive. So to see that game finally be re-released, enhanced with modern graphics and likely gameplay tweaks as well, I mean, that's an enticing prospect that I think they're gonna show off and really highlight at this event. And then for the really out there stuff, maybe a teaser trailer for God of War 2, just maybe like a logo showcase or a cinematic shot of some sort that lasts a couple seconds. I don't know, just something God of War 2 related, just to confirm it's being worked on. Obviously it's being worked on, but just to get people hyped could be an interesting way to maybe close the presentation. And then Elden Ring, I'm really praying that somebody finally shows more of this game that's been announced some time ago but has gone radio silent. But you know, if it's not ready to be shown, then it's not ready to be shown. I'm also really keeping my fingers crossed for a Bloodborne remastered, because I think that game would really shine with higher graphical fidelity and also just better and more stable feeling frame rate. 60 FPS would be fantastic for that game. Though that one's really far out there. I don't expect an announcement like that at this event. Putting wishful thinking aside, the games that are most likely to be shown, I think, are Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Godfall, and Horizon Forbidden West. Though, given that this presentation is 40 minutes long, there's probably going to be more than that. And I'm curious to find out what those games will be. And of course, I'm especially curious about the release date and price for the console. If they can find a good sweet spot, then it's certainly going to sell out. And I'm really hoping for $450, though $500 is fine as well. And I'm expecting $500. So these are my predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are and what we can expect for this PlayStation 5 showcase. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.